Advertising is a key element of the media business. It helps to reduce cost and sometimes to reach profit. Here are some basic elements of this fascinating world. Advertising agencies. A full-service advertising agency provides its clients with consumer and market research, as well as development, implementation, and evaluation of advertising strategies and campaigns. Agencies typically provide a higher level of creative services and media buying skills than their clients maintain in-house. Agencies typically have three income sources. One, commission on every media buy. For example, the agency would actually buy a 30-second spot for $850, bill a client for $1,000, and retain $150 as a commission. The agency's commission or fee structure can be negotiated as part of the client-agency agreement. 2. Professional fees for its services. And 3. Agencies receives a percentage of production costs. When the agency arranges for production of commercial or series of commercials, it bills the client for the cost of production. An advertising agency is typically organized in three basic units: creative services, account services, and media services. This last unit negotiates for airtime and other media buys on the client behalf. Media buying has become critical to agency revenue and success. There are negotiations where no agency is involved. Cost of placing a spot. The cost of the commercial spots is tied, in a general way, to ratings. The most popular shows usually command the highest prices, but this is not always the case. Local sales managers exercise considerable flexibility over inventory. They can price each spot according to market conditions, and they routinely change their prices. Even within a single market, there is considerable variation in the cost of commercial spots. As a starting point, the cost is based on the number of people who see the show. The price also depends upon the available inventory, how anxious the sales manager is to sell off the time, the prices charged by the competition, the size of the overall package and its component, the anticipated ratings, and the skill of sales department. Product placement. This happened when the advertiser message is part of the show. Because it's common that advertisers pays the producer a placement fee in exchange for the integration in the content, some countries consider it as indirect advertisement and as such subject to regulation. Ratings. Audience ratings is the percentage of the total television households in the sample area whose sets were tuned to a particular program. Audience ratings compare all programs regardless of the time slot. Share. Audience share is the percentage of total viewing households whose sets were tuned to a particular program, a calculation based not upon the total number of households, but upon the number of households actually watching television while that program is on the air. The audience share takes into consideration the HUT, households using television. The audience share is not used to calculate the cost of advertising, instead, is used to make decisions about programming schedules. Sales process. The events usually happen as follows. The rep receives a call from the advertising agency whose client needs to buy time on a certain channel. The rep then meets with the channel ad sales manager to assemble a competitive package based on the dates, the cost of reaching the target audience, and the day parts that the agency wants to buy on its client's behalf. The agency and the rep negotiate, and the channel receives an order. Notwithstanding, nothing prevents the advertiser of negotiating directly with the channel. Sales REP. Advertisers who want to buy time in particular network or market usually contact a sales representative to negotiate prices and time slots. The sales rep operate as extensions of the network sales staff.